What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here today. Sorry if this video is late, you guys. It's raining here in Dallas, and I didn't feel like doing shit, and I'm off. But this is Insecure Season 4, Episode number 7, titled Lowkey Trippin', you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into this episode review. Alright, you guys, so this is a Molly-centric episode. I didn't think I wanted to, I really didn't want, when I saw that this episode was literally about Molly, I was like, oh God, why? And I also will say that the episodes seem like they're shorter and shorter. I don't know if that's just me seeing that, but they feel definitely shorter. So this episode is about Molly. This is following the events of Issa's block party. So this is coming from this is Molly's perspective of the day after. So you guys remember, in last week's episode, the ending of the episode was Issa when she went to that Ethiopian restaurant and she saw Molly there. Well, Molly saw Issa as well. Now Molly, she was like, oh, here come Issa. So she was expecting some drama. But, then she noticed that Issa dipped out and she was in her feelings about that because she went back home to Andrew and she was upset about the fact that, Issa did not come into the restaurant. And I'm like, so what did you want her to do? So you wanted Issa to come into the restaurant and cause a scene with you? Makes no sense, Molly. So Andrew's like, well, why don't you reach out to her first? Molly doesn't want to be the bigger person and reach out to her. And she says, so yeah, she's not reaching out to her, but she's going to continue to pack for this trip to Mexico that she and Andrew have planned. Molly, I don't know. I feel so Molly overreacted 100%. She overreacted to the situation. Absolutely overreacted to it. Where was that scene at? But yeah, she definitely overreacted to the it comes later in the episode. Okay. Yeah, but Molly overreacted. Like, I mean, you and her got into this huge fucking argument at the block party. Issa ignored you. See, I think Molly wants confrontation. That's what Molly wants. But let's move on, you guys. Alright, guys, so let's move on. So, the next day at work, Molly had a meeting that she had to go to, and she went off on her assistant. You guys, I wasn't feeling Molly going off on the assistant. Granted, I do get that, she did kind of, made a mess of her plans, but it just felt like Molly was belittling that girl. It was like Molly's up here and this girl is down here. Like I said, I do 100% get it. She messed up, but it ain't the end of the world. Molly, tell her, come at her in a different way, in a different approach, instead of how you came at her so hard. So then we see her, I guess she did, she made it to her meeting, so she's running to make her flight, because she's almost late, and Andrew's holding the gate for her. So she does, finally make it to Andrew, and they get on the plane. Then we see Kim Fields on there. Her character's name is Mabel. So Mabel asked them, she was like, so are y'all going to Mexico? They were like, we're all going to Mexico. She's like, I say that because I once got on the wrong flight once before. And then she was like, and I also was in the wrong marriage once. Just got out of that. Been out of it for about 3 days. And then she started crying out of nowhere and ran toward the bathroom. I'm like, interesting. So then we see Molly and Andrew. She's telling Andrew that, once they get to Mexico, can they kind of just chill and have a late dinner? But he's like, my brother has already planned this trip. And she's like, you know what, it's okay. So then we see her and Andrew get a little freaky on the plane. He took his hand and put it between her legs. I'm like, oh, freaky. I can never do something like that on the plane, honest to God. Because I went to, this is my first, well, I've been on the planes before as a kid, but I don't remember it. But my first adult experience on the plane, I went to the bathroom. Absolutely not. I got claustrophobic. Once I used the bathroom, I freaked. I wasn't freaking, but I was just like, oh my God. Like, if I were to get stuck in here, I would lose lose my shit. Literally would lose my shit. And I'm like, then my mom started wondering, because I'm like, oh, you look at this toilet, when you flush it, what is a, never mind. Like, where does it go? But I don't want to know. I don't want to know who cleans that up. Ugh. That's like with a porta potty. Ugh. 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 So yeah. Mm. You know, I will say my first playing experience was almost similar to what Molly them had. Only thing was the person that was when I went to Atlanta when I was 22. Plane ride to Atlanta, I didn't have anybody sitting beside me. Plane ride back to Atlanta from to Texas because I flew to Dallas and then I went to my hometown where I was staying at that time. This was before I even moved to Dallas. My flight was at 4 a.m. in the morning. I don't know why I did that. I had two chatty Cathys on the side of me because I had the window seat, and they were just talking the entire way. I'm like, it is 4 o'clock in the morning. Shut the fuck up and let me go to sleep. Like, oh my God, I want them to shut up so badly. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So then Molly and Andrew, they finally make it to Mexico, and they meet his brother Victor and his sister-in-law Lydia. Lydia was putting on a little bit too much for me. She's like, oh my God, you didn't tell me she was a fucking 10. I was like, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop with Lydia. Because I felt like for the longest time, I'm like, is she going to drop an N-word at some point? It just felt like that from Lydia to me. Because I was really getting that vibe from her. So, so Victor's telling Andrew about what he has planned for them. So, they were like, so, meet us back downstairs in about 15 minutes. Andrew's like an hour. So then we see Molly and Andrew, they go upstairs. And, Molly told him on the plane she had a gift for him. She had a surprise for him. So she pulled out some, sexy underwear from him. Like, that was it? She was like, yeah, what's your surprise? Shit. He pulled out what did he pull out? Because I really wasn't paying attention. I know it was all sex toys. I'm like, oh. Then it went one step further and did some voyeurism. I'm like, oh, y'all doing it in public so people can see y'all from the balcony. I ain't mad at you. So then we see them, they go on a hike and they run into Mabel again. I'm like, she's on day 4 of freedom. I'm like, but day 3 you was just crying. But okay, Mabel, I'm here for you. So, they finally make it to the top. And they're like, Mom's like, how are we going to get back down? Well, there's only one way down, and that's the zip line down. Oh my God, this episode review is not going to be long. This was really short. Damn, this is going to be a short review. I didn't expect it to be this short. Fuck. Oh God. Did not expect it to be this short. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So let's move on. So, Andrew and Molly are in their room, and he notices that Nathan had called him. So he ended up calling Nathan on FaceTime, and I think Nathan was telling him something about the garage, and he told him something to do, and then you could hear Issa in the background, and once he hangs up the phone, Molly is being completely judgmental of Issa hanging around with Andrew after he ditched her last year. Now, here's my thing with Molly. You don't necessarily know what conversations Issa and Nathan have had with each other. So for you to sit here and judge this girl, this is the same thing you did with her when it came down to her, Lawrence, and Condola. You judged a situation that you didn't know anything about. How about you just ask your friend, like, girl, like, what's going on? Like, catch me up. So you're friends with Condola, but Condola is dating Lawrence. How's that gonna work out? Or you could have said, what, Issa, that might get a little messy. You could. There are ways you could have said things differently. You could have said, Issa, I love you. You're my sister. You're my best friend, and I only want what's best for you. But think about it this way: what if something happens between Lawrence and Condola ends up fucking you over when it comes to this block party, which she did? So, and instead of saying, you like mess and stuff, You don't have to say it that way. There are multitude of ways you could, you know, work that situation. But for her to just go the way she's going, and like I said, it's just judgmental. When we could talk about you and this whole situation you had with Dro and Candace last season. Like, let's talk about that. How messy. Now that was messy. The fact that you got upset when Dro told you that Candace was pregnant. Like, you knew when you started fucking Dro that he was a married man, but you let yourself get too deeply involved. So we could talk about that situation as well, Molly. Like, let's talk. Let us talk about that. Or what was it? Season one, when she was with that guy that had messed around with a dude in his past, but he wasn't gay. Like, come on, Molly. You not picture perfect. So I just didn't agree with. I don't agree with her 100% judging Issa. And I'm happy that Andrew said that, he had some mental health issues that he was dealing with. So that's why he dipped away. He didn't dip away just to say fuck Issa. He had to dip away to take care of himself. And she was like, oh, exactly, Molly. Stop judging something that you don't know. Get the full picture before you make an assumption, a judgment call, or anything of the sorts. Like, that's my issue with Molly. Yes, Molly has this ingredient. Yes, Molly has this nice place, but Molly, you still got some issues yourself, like, that you need to deal with. Like, I just don't agree with her being so, like, I just don't like that she's so fucking judgmental. Super duper judgmental. So, then we do see them, so this whole trip for Molly and Andrew was just a fuck trick. Because, she came out there, like she had on a dominatrix outfit, and she told him he was going to eat her ass. And I'm like, oh, okay. We going real freaky. Cool. Now, here's a scene that I want to talk about. I had mixed feelings about this scene. So, Molly, Andrew, and Lydia, they were all in a pool, and something must have got into, what is old girl's name? Lydia's eye. And, Molly was like, okay, I'll go get a towel. So she went up to the little towel girl, and there were some people already there, and they got their towels. Now, granted, we don't know how long Molly had stood in this line, and what she had saw, because when she got up there, the girl said, "Can I get your key card?" And she was like, "You know what? I don't have my key card on me." She said, "But I just need a towel." And the girl was like, "I can't." She said, "I can't give you a towel without your key card." And Molly was like, "But you just gave those white people some towels, and they didn't have their key card." Now again, like I said, we don't know necessarily how long Molly was in that line and what Molly specifically saw, because the girl was like, "I don't know what you're trying to accuse me of." So then Molly and the girl get into an argument with each other, and I'm like, "Oh shit, this is not going right." And you know, before the argument got too heated, Victor came in with his key card and said, "She's with me." So, the girl gave her a towel, and then we see, Victor and Molly head back to the pool, and they're talking about the situation in the pool. And, Victor didn't see it as a race issue, whereas Molly did see it as a race issue. And, now, this is where I did not like what Molly said to them. Molly said that, because Victor said, he's dealt with racism as well. And she says, they only call racism when it's convenient for them. And they're like, oh, that's not me. So, like I said, they got into a whole huge argument with each other about that. And, Molly and Andrew ended up leaving. And then, that night they didn't really talk to each other when they went to sleep. And the next morning, she woke up and, he was gone, but he came back and he said that, they're going to do their own thing today. And his sister, Lydia and Victor were going to do their own thing. Now, again, we don't know what really happened with the situation, how long Molly was in line. If the little girl ever even asked the people in front of her for their key card. We don't know that situation. But, I will say that racial discrimination and profiling, it is something that does happen. It does. And I know it's all over a towel, but I have a situation that one day I'm gonna talk about on this. I'm gonna do a story time, and I'm gonna talk about the one time I was racially profiled in a women's clothing store. I was racially profiled in Wet Seal when that existed. I don't know why the little white girl singled me out of all people. I thought that was really odd that she just singled me out. But like I said, I'm gonna talk about it at a different time in the story time. So then we see Molly. She calls her doctor to set up an appointment. I'm like, yeah, you definitely need to sit down and just have a talk with somebody because there's something going on with Molly. We don't know what it is, but there's 100% something going on with Molly. Narcissism. I don't know what it is. No, I'm just playing. But there's something going on with Molly. I don't know if she's just unhappy with some stuff. I don't know. So then we see them, they're heading back home. So we see Mabel at the airport, and Mabel was lip locking with some dude. I don't know if it was her ex-husband or if it was just somebody that she met. But Mabel was lip locking. And then, Molly ran into Lawrence at the airport, and this conversation that they had with Lawrence, well, mostly Molly, it was cringeworthy. And then as he was leaving the airport, we see that he called someone to see if they're free to meet up. I'm like, that's got to be Issa. But you guys, that was Insecure. Be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Please share this video, and until the next one, you guys, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys later. And also, happy Memorial Day to everyone out there. See you guys later.